So anyway, getting back to the story, there's this compassionate virus going around, Karuna. so, actually everybody is really fearful. Sitting on the plane, I was fearful. Why? Because there was a lady who was from China sitting next to me. Actually, I said to her, maybe you should move a little bit. I did. Because the seat next to her was vacant. I said, I think you need to take the next seat. And she's wearing a mask, so. Hare Krishna. So, I was thinking, how could I overcome that fear? So, immediately I started reading Bhagavad Gita, just to counteract the effects of the compassionate virus. So, I started reading, and then I felt better. It didn't bother me anymore. So that's what Krishna says in the Gita. Avaya satvasam shuddhi jnana yoga bhavasatihi. That one could become free from fear by having some transcendental knowledge, taking shelter of transcendental knowledge. And also on the way here we were talking about another source of fear, not that I have, but many people here in Fiji have, which is subtle living entities. Ghosts and demons and rakshasas and witches and goblins and hobgoblins and the dark side of the force. Those of you know what I'm talking about. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. Anyway, so, and so, question was raised, do ghosts really exist? And of course I said yes, there's ghosts and witches and all those other nice people. And Rakshasas, read the Ramayana. It's a whole story about Rakshasas, right? Ravan. Anyway. And they can change their form. Surpanaka. Like you may see a pretty lady on the street, but she may be a Rakshasa. Oh, you young men, just be careful, Because he changes the form, once you get married. No, I'm just joking. So yes, my answer was yes, there are other living entities, but when one chants the holy name, see, this is a problem many people here in Fiji have. They don't have full faith in the holy name. They think that the chanting's all right, but I also have to see my Muslim witch doctor, to help me with all these curses and everything like that. I hear this all the time from people. I've been cursed, and I've been cursed. So, but actually, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says just by namabhas chanting. Namabhas means even accidental chanting or joking chanting or meaning something else. Then all these evil spirits can't affect you. Plus all your karma, parabdha karma, and everything else goes away. Even namabhas chanting. You don't have to be pure. You can just go Hare Krishna. Of course, it doesn't mean you can smoke marijuana. Because if you do smoke marijuana, the ghosts come. That's true. Isn't it? It calls the ghosts, marijuana or what to speak of, liquor. That's why they keep all the bars very dark, so the ghosts feel comfortable. Isn't it? Otherwise, the ghosts would feel like, oh my, what am I doing in the light? And during the day, they hide in the walls, and they come out at night. It's like I was in. I was actually at in New Govardhan, and at night I kept hearing knocking on my door. Knock, 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 knock. I said, "Oh, it's just ghosts." But actually, it was bats carrying the coronavirus. No, because some devotee, without knowing, he had hung bananas right outside my door, and the bats like to eat bananas. So anyway, so why do people get affected, even though they're chanting Hare Krishna? This is a question. By the ghosts and everything like that. Well, I say they don't get affected But why do they think they get affected? Because it's the power of suggestion. You understand? Just like when you go to an astrologer will tell you something. I think that you're going to have a car accident today. Okay. I'm going to have a car accident today. I'm going to. Astrologer was right. That's called a self-fulfilling prophecy. So if you think you're being haunted by ghosts, you won't be, but you'll feel as if you were being haunted by ghosts. So you have to be very careful. You have to have faith in Krishna's names. I do. Because I know if I chant the holy names, no ghost can come near. Right? I mean, I told you that story. I think I told everyone that story that one time I was with a Ghostbuster. And there was ghosts in one of the houses that we had. And I asked him, please come get rid of the ghost. So he comes with me. And I say, I want to see how it does. You know, I brought my camera and everything like that. To take care of the ectoplasm. You know, anyway, the camera. And what happened is we came in and he said, Guru Maharaj, you have to leave. I said, why? I'm so excited. I want to see ghosts. It's the most exciting day of my life. You know, otherwise, you know, all I do is just chant Hare Krishna. So then he said, well, the ghosts won't come near you. You chant too much. He said, they just told me, he said, you know, we're not going near that guy. Because the way the Ghostbuster gets rid of ghosts is he talks to the ghost, tells them, you know, go somewhere else, you know, go to some meat eater's house or, you know, whatever. Go to some politician's house. So basically, if you chant, but there's a power of suggestion. And just like I know that it's very powerful, if I say something and people take it seriously as a spiritual master, people take it very seriously. And it affects the mind. So that's why when I preach to people, I'm positive. I don't say, you're in Maya, you'll never become a devotee. You're just full of lust. So if I tell people that, they'll say, yeah, I'm in Maya, I'll never become a devotee, I'm full of lust. And it affects their consciousness. So therefore, I tell people, which is the truth, that you are making great spiritual advancement and you're going to be a pure devotee one day. And actually, even in emergency medicine, it's a fact. You probably know about this. Like if you're working in emergency medicine in an ambulance and you see someone who's been hit by a car and you just say, and he hears you, oh, he's finished. He'll never survive. I mean, this is the worst case I've ever seen. What a mess the guy is. He'll probably die on the way to the hospital. Isn't that true? You've learned about that, haven't you? So therefore you say, when you have someone lying on the road covered with blood, you say, I've seen people recover, you'll recover, you know, from worse things than this. And then the person has some positive attitude, and it's much more likely he'll recover. It's not a guarantee, but it's much more likely he'll recover. So we have to be very careful what we hear and what we believe in, because we can be convinced of things that are unreal. Give you an example. One time I proved this to a devotee. The devotee said, you know, I don't believe what you're saying. I said, all right, I'm going to prove it to you. I said, look, years ago, I made up a story. Years ago, I was studying voodoo. You know what voodoo is? Voodoo, black magic. Anyway, black magic. Yeah. Actually, I have one disciple who's a voodoo queen. It's true. That's how she makes her money. So she's a rich witch. You know, when you're Krishna conscious, you can have. When you're a good guru, you can have even witches as disciples. And on her webpage, she says, I owe all my knowledge of black magic to my guru, Krishna Goswami. So anyway, so I told this devotee that I know voodoo, and I said, I'll prove it to you. And I took a pillow like this, and I said, did some mantras. This is you now. And then I took a pin, and I stuck it with a pin. And this lady said, "Oh! Stop it! Stop it!" She was in extreme pain. So the power of belief is very strong. Very, very strong. And of course, according to the modes of nature, according to Krishna in the Gita, divisions of faith, that Arjuna asks Krishna, what is one's position? 17th chapter of the Gita. If he doesn't follow the Shastras, is he in goodness, passion, or ignorance? And Krishna says, according to his nature, he develops a particular type of faith. So faith can change. But faith in Krishna is based on actually mature understanding and also pratyaksha, direct experience. As Krishna says in the 9th chapter of the Gita, pratyaksha bhagavam dharmyam shushukam kartamaviyam. That it's based upon experience and realization. So we should have faith in Krishna's names and not take shelter of all these witch doctors that you all go to. And not think that you're being cursed. And even if someone is cursing you, that's all right. You just chant Hare Krishna. And then the other question is, but if I'm not being cursed, why are so many bad things happening to me? Why did I lose my money? Why did a dacoit come in and steal in the middle of the night? Why did I get the coronavirus? Why? I'm chanting. Chanting is supposed to make your whole life auspicious. Well, that is actually brought out in a discussion in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, where Parikshit Maharaj asked the question, why are the devotees of Lord Shiva so opulent, everything goes all right for them? And the devotees of Krishna, they seem to have a lot of problems. So the answer is that Krishna doesn't want us to get something that will be detrimental or hurt our spiritual progress. Whereas Lord Shiva, he's very ashutosh. So I hope I'm not encouraging anyone to install a deity of Lord Shiva tonight. So he's ashutosh, easily pleased, easily angered, right? And so, let's say if you want something from Lord Shiva, okay, Lord Shiva, I want the ability to touch someone's head and then to split into 1,000 pieces. Because you have to do some austerities like that. Rikasura, you have to tear off his skin, get ready to offer his head to Lord Shiva. Quite an austerity. I don't think I could do that, tearing off my skin. My head. So, but anyway, and Lord Shiva said, yes, you didn't have to go through all these austerities. You can simply, I'll give you the benediction. And then this rascal, he started to chase after Lord Shiva because he wanted to take Parvati away from him. And then Krishna, anyway, Lord Shiva was running away. Finally he goes to Krishna. Krishna says, why are you giving all these benedictions? Don't you understand? They're just rascals. But he's very soft-hearted. And of course he's greatest devotee, I understand, is a pastime. So he's very soft-hearted, but Krishna warns him, don't do this again. And then Krishna takes the form of a bhakta, Shiva bhakta, with Rudraksha beads, and tells this demon, because demons are stupid anyway. It's easy to defeat him. You just say, he said to him, just if you want to really test this benediction without actually getting too tired, and Lord Shiva's benedictions don't always work, just touch it to your own head. And if it doesn't work, you can get angry at Lord Shiva. And if it does work, you can still attack Lord Shiva. So stupid. And so he touches his own head, and boom! Demon gone. So anyway, so the devotees of Krishna, Yashaham Anugrinami Hurishe Tantanam Shanai, Krishna doesn't want us to be sick. Just like nowadays, of course, talking again about the coronavirus, that if someone has it, just to protect people, they put people into 14 days. They just have to isolate themselves, right? You have that in Fiji? Isolation. So you might think it's torture, but it's actually for your own good. It's for the good of society. So sometimes, or you go to a doctor, and the doctors, well, let's say the dentist. The dentists always say it's not going to hurt, and it always hurts. Isn't it? A painless dentist. It's like saying Yamaraj is just like, it's painless. Anyway, so sometimes a little pain, no pain, no gain, as they say. Sometimes you got a little austerity, you don't make up austerity. You don't have to be like the yogi who sleeps on a bed of nails. They don't have to do that. Prabhupada said, we have enough austerities, don't invent any. But at the same time, Krishna puts us through difficulties. What is the difficulty? Sometimes there's enemies. People don't like us. So what do we do about it? We have to be compassionate even to our enemies. We have to not think of anyone as our enemy. You have to see each time something happens to you, it's a test by Krishna. And Krishna wants you to pass it. And if you don't pass it, you're going to get the same test again. So you better pass it. Isn't it? So, yes, but it's not demons, it's not a curse, it's Krishna, and Krishna's not a demon. Krishna's a kind father, and sometimes he gives you a little spanking. Right? It's for your own good. Just like my mother, she used to spank me. She said it's for your own good, and it's because I love you. And I said to my mother, boy, if you hated me, I'd be in real trouble. She said it's going to hurt. She actually said it's going to hurt her more than it hurt me. That's not true. So, I'm sure you've all heard that before. So, but Krishna just does what's best for us. He's a kind, hey Krishna Karana Sindhu. Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Kopika Kanta Radhakanta Namostate. Someone's phone. Anyway, so Krishna's kind, and whatever he does is for our own benefit. So we see like that. There's no ghosts, no spirits, just chant Hare Krishna, be happy. And whenever something happens that makes you a little fearful, like myself on the plane today, you just pick up the Bhagavad Gita and chant Hare Krishna, take shelter of Krishna's names, and then you'll feel so much better. Isn't it? And then I felt compassion for that lady. Anyway, she didn't have a coronavirus. But, nowadays, people get fearful about so many things. And then also, because of the coronavirus, people are fearful about the economy, right? All over the world, the stock market, the market's going down. What's going to happen to the world? Anyway, Janmam Ritu Jara Vyadi, Dukkha Doshana Darshana, right? So, anyway, thank you all for the nice reception, and we thank especially Rasa Bihari, who's such a great preacher. I actually talk about wherever I go in the world, I praise Rasa Bihari. Next life I'll be one of his devotees. He'll adopt me. Anyway, so yeah, because of all the nice preaching and everything like that. And you see, for preaching, you don't need a big building or big money being spent. You just need Krishna and the holy name, and loving relationships between the devotees. And that's the secret here, is that, I say everybody having loving relationships. They care for each other. So I'm inspired. I'm inspired by everything, and inspired. And the Lautoka Temple's doing well. The Chutin family doing great there. I'm inspired by them. And you're all credit to me, because I need more credits. Because Krishna's going to ask me, "What did you do?" And I'll say, "Hey, I didn't do much, but these other people did all that." You know, so it's just. And I was just with Nanda Kishore. He's doing quite well too. Such a nice devotee. Vijay is such nice devotees. Nanda Kishore, what a saint, isn't it? All right. So, any questions before? Yeah. No, cool.
Before you come, I saw everybody wearing a mask. Everybody.
They were afraid of me. They thought, this is a strange guy here.
And I wanted to maybe Gurudev also wearing, but
I think that was another flight that came in at the same time as I did. The Brisbane flight, practically nobody was wearing a mask. I think there was a flight, what, from Singapore or something? Or? It was a Singapore flight, and that's why they weren't wearing the mask.
There is no problem. Because all those people are screened at the Hong Kong airport, even Singapore airport, if they've been traveling to the most hotspot areas like China,
they wouldn't let them fly in.
They are the most hotspots. There are many that's there, so they won't let them fly.
But it's all over now in the United States. You know, it's gone.
So if they're coming from all these countries, they quickly isolate.
I wouldn't want to be isolated.
They'll see your travel history.
Yeah.
Where you've been going around 14 days.
I've been to about 14 countries in the last 14 days.
Temperature is good enough for us to monitor.
Yeah, but I wasn't to any of the hotspot countries.
Your temperature must be 37.
Yeah. I had low temperature. Better than most people. So, anyway, I'm happy to be here. And any other questions? Cool. You had another question? He keeps everyone entertained. So we're having Holi this weekend?
Yes. Today we started the Lautoka College. There were 1,000 students. We feed prasadam to all the children.
And you had Holi there?
And had Holi there. 1 hour Parvachan, and Mahamantri, he did the guitar playing.
Did they like the guitar?
Oh, all the children were dancing.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we are having
He was dancing too.
Tomorrow we are having at FNU, so you'll be the chief guest.
At FNU?
Yeah.
What time is that?
1 to 2.
1 to 2. Yeah, he's good at the guitar. And yeah, so that's good. So FNU, it's holy. We're going to throw colors
Just
too.
throw some holy, and then the colors and the flags. Saturday is in the main town.
Main town.
Yeah. And then we'll go to Lautoka, the bus will go, and then we'll have dinner with you. And then Sunday, house tours.
Sunday house that. Well, Sunday I'm going to be going to.
But you'll have breakfast with us on top at Tumelia.
Okay.
Then
Tomorrow's Gaur Purnima.
yes.
And at the temple, what time is the program at night? 7 Abhishek, and then class. We have class at the temple? Okay. Busy time. All right, so we take prasad down, or? Jai, all glories to Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.